Hey everybody. Alright, it's a synchronicity today. And you. Ripple. Also the portal. The Ripple portal with our blue butterfly friend. That is our portal creature. This is a long day, man. I really dragged my feet on that workout, but I finished it. It only took like 4 hours, but I got it. And I don't know how this happened, but somehow I wound up at 5 workouts for this week instead of 4, which is usually what I have scheduled. I must have worked out on an off day. Or maybe I counted one of those walks I took, I'm not sure. But anyway, I am going to hit 5 workouts for this week, which is good. You know, I always track on my app, and it's super useful. It's a strong app if anybody's interested. But what else? I decided to stay in today, just take a social battery recharge day, and I wanted to work out my own feelings, which have been a little complicated the last day or so. Stable, but complicated. And what happens next here affects my plans. So I've been trying to masquerade. I've been trying to get to the truth of my heart. This is always a Phoenix moment card for me too. There was some kind of death here, some kind of transition, transformation. But you know, we're good. This is the end of a cycle. We've seen 9s everywhere the last couple days, and I think we just hit our 10 moment. We got the world 3 times today in a reading, I think, which is 10, cycle completion. It's not 10. The 10s are cycle completion, but the world is not 10. It's like 21, I think. Menas, the self, individual, or the human race. Your attitude towards others, their attitudes towards you, friends and enemies, social order. The I am. Masquerade and the I am. This is about revealing yourself. Revealing what you want, your truest desires, your truest identity. I was thinking about that a lot today too, because I had to revisit in conversation all of my past selves. The child that I don't remember, the teenager that was just angry, the young adult who was running from his pain and looking into substances, the 20 to 30-year-old who was lost in depression and vices. I am enough. 11:11, let go of expectations. Butterflies again here. And now, the 30 to 35-year-old who was reborn in a totally unique way. I've had challenges the last couple days that I haven't faced since my rebirth year, since I became the dragonfly. People that don't normally question me, they notice me or my name, and they just let me go on about my business. They don't ask questions. But today, not today, but in general the last couple days, they've been asking questions. They want to know why I changed it. They want explanations. And I might have only received a handful of negative comments in the last year that I've been on here, like a handful. Literally. Like, under 10. But the last week, I got one almost every day, and I think Spirit was just testing me to see what my reaction or my response would be. Would I pick a fight? Would I say something mean back? Would I feel some kind of way for the rest of the day? The answer is no. I didn't do any of those things. I put up my boundaries, minded my business, didn't let it get to me. But negativity from other people is not something I really have to deal with. I hear so many songs that remind me of you. I can't get you out of my daily thoughts. Spirit sends you songs in order to help you realize things. That's how they communicate, at least with me. It's a big part of how they communicate. They're helping us uncover here. everything that we need to work out ahead of time. They are helping us deal with people that might cause us confrontation, because even though we haven't had to deal with that much, it doesn't mean that we're not going to have to deal with it. We have to remain emotionally stable despite whatever's going on. And that's despite whatever's going on with random people passing by in your life, despite what's going on with your person, or lack thereof, depending on how they feel about the situation. Choices, chances, opportunities. You know, I've been so sure for a hot minute about who my person was that I didn't really consider what it would feel like to not be planning for them to be part of my future. But I account for every possibility. And it's fine. I'm just going to keep on doing me. Page of Wands, the Sun. I think I've got a game plan in order. While I get this job situation sorted, I realize that I'm going to try and find some kind of remote work that I can do on the side no matter what happens. Whether I get this transcription job or not, I'm still going to keep on looking for remote work. And I'm going to convert this area, probably the shelves over here, into a desk zone. And I'm going to set up a little work area. I'm going to shove my card stuff over this way a little bit, and I'm going to have the work side and the workout side of the sunroom. But before I really dive into that, I want to remodel in here. My sister needed to replace a portion of the ceiling that's a little bit bent in from a leak that happened, and I've got the board all ready to replace it, but I think I'm going to get my sister's boyfriend to help me out, and we're going to replace that portion of the ceiling. I'm going to paint in here. I'm going to make sure the floor's foundation is totally sealed, so it's airtight. I'm going to help get that ventilation system hooked up, and then I'm going to paint and in my little work zone, and this area is going to be ready for productivity. And then when I leave it, I will leave it better than when I found it. You know? That's the real important part to me. Ace of Swords. Leaving it better than I found it. And I have a couple months probably. Ten of Pentacles. But no matter what happens, Two of Cups. I know that's how I'm going to leave this place. Better than when I found it. This is looking a little bit like a romance reading over here now. The Masquerade, the Self, letting go of expectations, songs that remind you of another person, or songs that Spirit's sending you to communicate. The Ace of Swords, breakthrough, truth. The Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Cups, soul connection, your legacy. Unconditional love. Just because our plans changed spontaneously, that doesn't mean we know exactly what's going to happen next. Black Panther, strength and silence. Keeping your plans quiet, or Panthers have incredible night vision. Sometimes you can see in the dark, and other people might think you are just wandering around in the dark, but really, you can probably see in the dark better than you see in the light. The wave, letting go of expectations and flowing, riding with the momentum of whatever comes next here. That song, Civilian, has been stuck in my head for days, and I wasn't sure why Spirit put it in there. Why Spirit would want me to have that emotion on standby, but it was foreshadowing. And I wasn't sure why I found that feather on the ground. Feathers are not usually a synchronicity or a sign for me, but I found it just after the King of Swords found that feather he found. And it was just a synced up moment. So the feather, that song, the sacrifice I made in the lantern of the feather, it was all meant to help me release not just the outcome, but let it fall into Spirit's hands. Whatever happens here, whatever happens next, it's not up to me anymore. Luck's on our side though.